The people grow restless, Governor. We must act with caution. Trust no one, not even your closest allies.
Hi, so Google just introduced some amazing new features into Flow, and today I'll be reviewing them and showing you everything that is new and what you need to be aware of. All right, so let's dive right in. To make use of Flow, you need to go to the Flow website. So that's Flow. Just type in Flow into Google and press your enter, then go into the interface. And if this is your first time using Flow or your first time visiting in a while, Google will ask you if you want to receive marketing emails or you want to receive their research invitations. And if you want, go ahead and accept that and click on next. Once you're done, Google will also ask you to agree to their privacy policy. So just scroll down and then agree to it. Okay, once you've done that, you would be brought into this page. This page has your project. So these are my own projects that I've done. If you've not done any project in Flow at all, it will be blank for you, and you can go ahead and click on a new project. Okay, so I'm going to click on new project right here. All right, so now you're in Flow. On this particular page, something has been added, which is this left pane. It wasn't there before. Now it's there, and it's to categorize your media. Categorizing it into characters, we have scenes, and we can have more, right? So if you come here, you see images, you see videos, all your images will be here, all your videos will be here, and all your uploads will be here as well. Your scenes will be here, your character will be here. We'll come back to character, and there's this new thing as well called tools. We'll talk about it. All right, so and at the bottom right here, we have something new, which is the agent. Agent wasn't here before, but now it's here. And we'll also still talk about it, okay? All right, the major thing that Google has added is the OmniFlash model. It's a new model for video generation. And Google is saying that this is the nano banana for video generation. What might they be trying to say with that? Now, with nano banana, if you remember, when nano banana came out, nano banana helped us to edit just a specific part of an image. So I could upload my image and just say change this shirt to blue, right? I could do that with nano banana, and that is the reference that Google is making with OmniFlash, because now they are saying this model will define video generation. Okay, let's see. We'll see about that in our testing today. How do you access the model? So to access the model, I need to click on this side, and I need to click on View 3.1 Lite, which is the one I've been using for a while now. And you can switch it to OmniFlash. OmniFlash is only available for paying users, so you have to be on the Pro, Plus, or Ultra subscription of Google AI. Okay? All right, so for those who are new to Flow, Flow is a creative tool for creating images and for creating video. And you can come here to switch between videos and images. If you want image, you choose your aspect ratio, how many you want, and the model you want. Same thing with video. We have frames to video or ingredients to video. You choose your aspect ratio, you choose the number of times you want, your model as well. Frames to video allows us to ensure character consistency, so we can start in a particular frame and end in a particular frame, okay? But with ingredients, I can bring in different ingredients and combine it together. So I can bring my dog, bring my phone, and bring my shirt, and then just put everything into one video. All right. Now, the frames to video has been the way we solved character consistency for a while, because we can just start in one frame, end in one frame, and start in another frame and end in another frame. But Google has introduced something new to tackle that, and that is characters. Now, what Google is saying is we can build a character, and that character will remain consistent. That is the way it is throughout all the videos we generate with it. And it's amazing. All right, so how do you create your character? So I can create my character by coming here and just describing the character that I want to create. Go fancy, right? But right now, just create something simple. So I'll say a lion in the jungle, and I'll go ahead and just run this. Okay, so this is my character, and I can name my character. So I'll just name this jungle lion, and you can give it extra description if you want. Just do that here, and once you're done, you can come here and click on done. All right, okay, so this is my lion. However, there's something very interesting that we can add to our character. So if I click on the character again, I can add a voice. So if I click here, I can come here and say I want this particular voice. So let's say I want this male voice, for example. Let's play it to see what the voice looks like. So I'll play this one. Yeah.
we're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural human-like voice.
All right, so, and I'll go ahead and save this. Now, the interesting part with this is that once you've created your character and his voice, whenever that character wants to talk in any of your videos, it would always use that voice. It would always use that voice. The voice won't change. And it's amazing. Across my generations, it's been like that. The voice would always be that one that I selected. Okay? And you can go ahead and create multiple characters. So if you come here, you can add another character and add more characters and add more characters. All right, so this is my character. And how do I use this character to generate something? Let's maybe use the image, for example, and I would say and then I can put at the jungle lion in the cover of New York Times. All right, so I can go ahead and just run this. Okay, so now that's how I can just make use of my characters. Let's see what it comes up with. All right, so this is my character in the cover of New York Times. If you use your character to generate an image or use it to generate a video, it would always have its look and its voice. Now, something to take note of is if you're using the view model, which is this one, to generate your videos, you can only use one voice in the generation. The moment you have two characters with their own distinct voices, Vue would not respect it to show you an error that it doesn't want that. Okay, so we can only use one voice with Vue. All right, so I'm going to show you the difference between using that one voice that Vue allows and using multiple voice that OmniFlash allows. Let's go ahead and look at that. I was creating a story about tortoise, monkey, and the river that speaks in the night. I made one video generation using OmniFlash. I made another using Vue 3.1 Lite. Okay, so I'm going to click on the two now, and I want you to see the difference. All right, so this is the one made by OmniFlash.
The ground you respect will never betray you.
And from that day, Tortoise never rushed again.
I want you to notice that the sound in that particular clip was two. There was a lady and then there was the guy. So Google also made a distinction between videos generated with OmniFlash and video generated with Flow. You know it's OmniFlash if you see this Gemini icon at the bottom, while for Vue, you know it's Vue if you see Vue at the bottom. So you see this Vue at the bottom here. All right, so now let's play this and I want you to notice the difference.
The ground you respect will never betray you. Speed is not wisdom, but understanding your path is.
While it's subtle, you will notice that it was only the lady that spoke all throughout that clip. Okay, and if you have a situation where there's a lady and then there's the guy, you might be having like a mixture of voices, like with Vue, but with OmniFlash, the distinction would definitely be there, and they will carry that same voice throughout your entire story. Okay. Another cool thing that Google introduced with the character is the ability to add a video of yourself to be a character in your own movie. You can have yourself as a character in your movie. How do you do that? So in the character, you can click here to add anything that you might want, any of the images you might have generated. You can upload a new image as well, create a character that you like. Okay, but there's this new one called avatar. Now, if you click on avatar, I have added my avatar. If you click on avatar on your own end, when you've not added anything, it will show you a QR code if you are on desktop that says you have to scan it with your phone. You can only do it on the phone. It's a verification to show that you're a human being. You'd have to bring your phone close to you, a good light source, and then you move your head to one side, it will direct you, move your head to the other side, you read out some numbers, and once you're done, you have your avatar. So once you have your avatar, you can use your avatar to create a video or even an image of yourself in your generations. Okay, so let me show you an example of how this works. I was playing with my avatar and I did some cool things with myself. All right, so this is my prompt. So I said put at me. For you to use your avatar, you have to use this at me. At, then you click on the me that is here, or you can just write at me, then press enter, so you will use it. If you don't do this, then it will not work. Okay, if you just type in me, which is a mistake I did with this particular generation, your avatar would not work. Okay, so you need to use that at me. You will need to see an image of yourself. Once you see it, you know that, yes, I've inserted my avatar into this particular prompt. Okay, so what I said was put me in a spaceship that's going to the moon. All right, and then this is what I have.
Systems are fully operational. We are on course. The moon is looking beautiful tonight.
All right, so that's me in a spaceship that's going to the moon. All right, I wanted to swim with the dolphins, so my prompt was put me in the sea, forgive the spelling, swimming with the dolphins. Okay, so this is the output.
This is truly incredible.
Yeah, it's truly incredible. Okay, I wanted to put myself in a post-apocalyptic world, a dystopian world where aliens are chasing all of us. Then I have this. What's my prompt? My prompt was put me in a post-apocalyptic world trying to save people from an AI villain. All right, so I'm going to click on this, then play.
To move before the drones find us. Stay low and don't make a sound.
All right, so that's me trying to save people. Okay, so then I wanted to take myself back to the Roman Empire. Now, yeah, I did two things. First, I generated myself with Vue, which, yes, it's possible. You can put your avatar as well inside of Vue. I did that, and this is what I have. Now, first, I need to show you my prompt. So put me in the role of a confidant and advisor to a Roman governor in the ancient times. And this is what I have.
The legions require supplies, Governor. The northern border cannot hold without them. I have devised a plan.
That's what Vue came up with. Although I didn't say I should be the governor, I said I'm an advisor to the governor. So it didn't really get that right, but very passable. It's quite okay. Okay, so but then I generated this with OmniFlash as well, and this is what I have.
The people grow restless, Governor. We must act with caution. Trust no one, not even your closest allies.
Very good. Okay, so I had that, and it's really, really impressive. We also said that you can upload any video and you can transform that video into anything that you want. You can transform maybe just the background, you can transform just a particular part of the video, and every other part will remain consistent. Quite impressive. And so I wanted to try this for myself. I uploaded a video that I have of me walking into a Chinese restaurant. So what I wanted to be dressed as a samurai that is entering into that Chinese restaurant. Okay, now this is the Chinese restaurant. All right, so this is the video. I'm not in it. Okay, I wanted to be dressed as a samurai that is entering into the restaurant. The only problem is Vue didn't put me well. Vue didn't display me well. My samurai self is not looking good, but I'm going to show you what it came up with. Okay. So that's my samurai self entering into the restaurant. I don't just like my samurai self. I feel like I should be wearing art instead. My samurai self wasn't looking good. Okay, so I'm going to go back and let me show you my prompt so you can see. I can just click here. So dress me as a samurai entering into the shop. Remove whatever background sound was in there before and make a new sound fit for the video. It didn't remove the sound, didn't generate the new sound, but it did put me in the video. That's really impressive. Really, really impressive. Every other thing stayed relatively the same. I didn't notice any visual distortion. The video was exactly the same way I uploaded it, only that now I was in there entering into the restaurant. And I should show you, it's going to cost you some credit to generate with OmniFlash. OmniFlash is a little expensive than the fast model from Vue. Okay, so if you come here, so when you're trying to change something in a video, it's calculating the credit based on the length of the video that you're changing. Although its own maximum output is 10 seconds. I uploaded a 15-second video, which is costing me 40 credits, but the output is going to give me is still going to be 10-second video. Okay, so this costing me 40 credit. It's just that the credit it's going to take it to understand the entire 15 seconds is 40 credit. Okay, for your regular videos where you're just generating a random video or inserting your avatar into a video, this is the cost. If you want a 4-second video, it's going to cost you 15 credits. A 6-second video will cost you 20. An 8-second video will cost you 25 credits. And a 10-second video will cost you 30 credits. Okay, it's going to cost you 30. It can go up to 10 seconds now as opposed to Veo, but you need to be aware of your credits. Just for comparison, Veo 3.1 Lite, which has been my favorite video generation model for a while now, is 10 credits. It handles credits really well, while Fast is 20 credits. They are 8 seconds. But the same 8 seconds with the OmniFlash is 25 credits. So if you go to OmniFlash, that same 8 seconds is 25 credits. Yeah, just a little bit, right? Just a little bit extra than it. But I do use Lite a lot, so it's tripling my usage because I mostly go for 10 seconds. All right, so if you haven't generated video with Veo before, with the Plus, you get 200 credits. You can see your credits right here. I've run through my credits. With the Plus, you get 200 credits. With the Pro, you get 1,000 credits. And with the Ultra, you have 25,000 credits every month. Okay, so just be careful the way you use it. It's a little bit higher than what you would have normally paid for with Veo, but it is better. Another thing that has changed in Veo is the scene builder. The scene builder used to be around here. It used to be around here, and you can just switch to it. However, now, once you click on a video, it opens up the scene builder for you. So let me go ahead and click on this one. This is how the scene builder now looks. It wasn't like this before. It was a little bit different. In the scene builder, this is where you can add more clips to what you've already generated. If you generated your video using OmniFlash, the scene builder will now allow you to extend your video. It used to just pop up by default, so we can extend. We can extend our clip. But right now, you need to click here. Now, if your video wasn't generated using Veo 3.1 Lite, this one, you cannot extend it. You have to add the clip. That is, you have to select one of the clips that you've already generated before. What I'll go ahead and do is just click on this, and I'll choose another video. The thumbnail here really does not look good. All right, so let me switch to a different video of me swimming, this one, and then I can add to scene. So it's going to create the scene. So now I can go ahead and play this. Systems are fully operational. We are on course. The moon is looking beautiful tonight. This is truly incredible. And it's playing like it's a continuous video, so you can go ahead and keep adding your scenes, keep adding the scenes, keep adding the scenes like that. And once you have a full video that you want, you can go ahead and download it. So you can download from here like this and download it into your system. All right, so that's the scene builder now. Now, once you create a scene, your scene will now come here. You can see there are 2 videos in the scene. This is the initial one. This is the second one. It's just going to keep counting like that. So this is a scene. I didn't have a scene before. All right, so let me go ahead and show you a scene from a different project that I already built. Take a look. Okay.
Long ago, animals spoke of a hidden river deep in the forest. They called it Odo Asiri, the river of secrets. If a river can speak, then it can also be tricked. That river only speaks to honest travelers. You? I am to meet the river that speaks at night. That river doesn't speak to everyone. When night came, the forest became silent. Then the river appeared, glowing under the moonlight.
Before I speak, tell me one truth.
I am slow, but I never stop.
The ground you respect will never betray you.
Speed is not wisdom, but understanding your path is. And from that day, Tortoise never rushed again.
I want to show you another cool thing that was introduced by Google, which is the agent. We've seen the Omni model itself. Now let's go to the agent. You can click on the agent and then you activate it. Now, the agent is like your assistant that can create your videos for you. Your videos or your images, it can create them for you, whatever you want. So what you need to do is just start talking to it. I want to create this particular image, and this is what I want it to be like. This is how I want it to be. This is how I want it to be. And You can set your aspect ratio. You can configure some settings. Should it always ask you before generating media? I recommend you have this on. There was a time when I wanted to generate some videos. It was going to cost me 240 credits in total. I was like, no, I don't trust you to do that, to get it completely. So I just needed to do to, I'll show you, I just needed to do to, I ended up not really liking the video. So I think you should always let it ask you so you know before it generates, because by generating, it's going to spend your credit. Okay, so the image, this is what I want by default. This is how many times I want it. For video, what I want by default, how many times I want it. You can change this to whatever you want, and then you can change the video model as well. Even though I noticed that I changed it to view 3.1 light and it still went ahead and wanted to use OmniFlash. I'll show you that conversation now. Also, you can set some instructions. So the instructions are perhaps things like what you don't want it to do. Okay, so if you don't want it to do certain things, you can set those instructions here. Now, let me show you a conversation I had with the agent. All right, so this is my conversation with the agent. The moment I click on the agent, he gave me this, and I told you I want to create a story about how leopard lost the throne to the lion. Just be creating these animal stories all through my testing. So that sounds like a classic mistake in the making to get what I want. Which style do I want it? So what's the tone that I'm thinking of about the story? I chose the traditional folk fable. Then he asked me, whose downfall should it be? Should it be the lion or the leopard? Let it be the leopard's own downfall. Okay. Then where do I want it to take place? An ancient jungle. Then he wrote the entire story for me, and I told it to create the video. So now it created a storyboard of what the video would be like, my characters, then my scenes. And I told it to generate a visual grid of the scenes. So this was just me testing the first time, and it says it's going to create the visual scene. So he asked me the question that should he go ahead and generate this image, and it's going to cost, for the image was 0 credits, so it's going to cost this amount of credits. I said yes, so I approved it. Then it generated it. I loved what it generated, which is this. Then I told you now I want videos. So it's going to generate 8 videos. And when he gave me the credit, I was going to spend, I was like, no, let me calm down. This is my first time testing you. Let me even see what you can do. So I rejected this. Generate the first 2 cents. There's some network issues, didn't go. So I told you to do that again. Then I approved it and I generated it 2 cents. They were okay, but they were just like static videos. They didn't have sound. Nobody was talking, and perhaps maybe the prompt could be better in that aspect, but it was truly amazing. It was truly amazing. Let me play one of the videos for you. So it was really just static, just there. Then the other one, was just there. I wasn't looking for just visual elements. I wanted it to have the sound as well. So I just stopped the generation. I can imagine that depending on your conversation, you can steer it so that it generates those sounds as well, if that is what you're into. But just know that video generation is very easy because you can really just talk to your agent about what you want, and it's going to generate it for you. And it's not going to spend your credit anywhere. It's going to ask you before it spends the credit. So that's a very good thing. All right. Then I wanted to test if the agent can work with the view model as well. So I changed it to view. But surprisingly, when I changed it to view, it wanted to generate with OmniFlash, so I had to reject it. So here was my prompt. I wanted to generate a video of a dialogue between a suya seller and an hungry buyer. So suya is just like barbecue. It's quite enjoyable. Okay. So I started with that. I told you what I wanted. You can read this if you want. Then I wanted to use, this was where I wanted to use OmniFlash, and I rejected it, and I told it to use 3.1 light model. Then it did, and this was what it came up with.
Please, Malam, just one more sprinkle of yaji.
All right, so that's that one. Then I wanted to see the same thing with OmniFlash. So I just studied to do it with OmniFlash as well. And this is what it generated with OmniFlash.
Please, Malam, just one more sprinkle of yaji for my soul.
So that's it about the agent. It can just carry on and do your generations for you. So there's this new thing that's also been introduced called tools. For me, after playing with it, I really found it very interesting. So you can think about tools like apps. So it's like your own app inside of Flow that you can use to do whatever you want. And you can use it with images, you can use it with videos, and you can use it with text as well. You can do whatever you want. Now, I played around with this. A few of them, I don't have any use for it. Right? I tried the magic mask, wasn't working well. I've tried this video sketch as well. Didn't really enjoy it. Text overlay. Okay. Right. But I tried a few other ones. I really like the story sketch. It's quite nice. And my favorite among all this was this Shot Explorer. What the Shot Explorer would do is you can upload an image. And when you upload the image, you can see different perspective to that image, different angles to the image. Let me go ahead and demonstrate it for you. So I'll select an image. I would upload the media because it's not here. It's not in this particular project. All right, so I have uploaded my image. This is a character of mine that I was developing a while ago. Okay, so now I have this picture and I'll add the media. I add the media to the Shot Explorer. Now, what this will allow you to do is to allow you to see different perspective to the shot. So I can say that I want to see the side of my character. And then it will go ahead, try and generate itself. And I'll just allow it to finish generating, then we'll do another one. All right, so this is my character giving me a different perspective. So that's like the side perspective. And if I want, I can go ahead and move him to the right. I've done one from this perspective. I'll do one that is pan, and panning means just move the camera a little bit to the right. Okay, so that's pan, and then we're going to see what it's going to come up with. All right, so now we've moved the camera a little bit to the right, and this is the angle that we have. Now I'm going to let me zoom out. I don't enjoy zooming into his face. There's nothing I want to gain from that. So let me just zoom out. We have a side view, we have a pan to the right, and then we have a zoom out picture. So this is very good for filling in frames. So let's say your image, you want to make it into wide format and you don't know what to fill it with. This is a good way to fill it. You can go ahead and save that. And with the tool, you can go ahead and remix tool. By remixing to remix, you can make it your own. And what I wanted to do with this particular one was that I wanted to have a vertical aspect where I can just move my character a little bit to the right, but still retaining the vertical format. Okay, so I went on to remix the tool. If you remix it, you're going to be a panel for you on the right hand side here, and then you can just ask it what you want. So what I will go ahead and do is I will just go back to tools, and you would see my tools. Okay, so I have this remix that I did, so I'm going to click on it. So this is the remix of the Shot Explorer. This is the one I did for myself, and I can select my image. Now that my images are here, I can use my normal image. It was generated by ChatGPT. That's why you're seeing ChatGPT there. Now I can put this aspect ratio 9:16, and I can also now have like a back shot. Okay, the format wasn't there before. I remixed it, I edited it to have this, and now you'll see that the generation will still have the 9:16 format. How do you edit or ask the AI? If you click on edit here, so that's when you click on remix tool, it will give you this tool builder. So you can just keep prompting it, right? So I had a couple of things with it. So I want to be able to click a button and make the image appear in full screen. And also I want to be able to have an image in 9:16 format as well, not only 16:9. So then I had an error, I had to correct it and have this that is usable. Okay, so you can just remix it too and make it your own. Okay, so then we go back to just the tool. So this is the back view of my character, and it's a portrait format. And what I asked it to do, I wanted to be able to go full screen. I can click on it and I have it in full screen. Okay. And you can go ahead and download it on your system. The images I have here, they automatically go to my images. So I have them here as well. If I want, I can go back here and continue whatever I want. I had an interesting idea for myself where my workflow is to go into, I'll start with either ChatGPT or Gemini, and I'll work on my story. I'll generate my prompts, sometimes also will generate my character. Then I'll bring it into Flow, create the videos with the prompt I already had from either Gemini or ChatGPT. I wanted to see if I could put all of that into one particular place. So I wanted to create a tool for myself to see if that would work. And it took a lot of tries, but I got something working. So I go to my tool. I created several of them. Some I even deleted. The closest to what I want is this. All I just need to do is I'll come up with an idea of a story that I want. Let's say I want to create a story about how dogs became man's best friend. I can say something like, I want to create a story about how dogs became man's best friend. And I can just write something that I have in my head. And what this would do is to flesh it out for me and create a production board for me. So let's go ahead. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to expand my narrative. So now it's that expanded my narrative. It will give me the visual prompt and the dialogue, and I can go ahead and edit all of this that it has given me. It's just the prompt, the visual prompt, and what should be said, the visual prompt and what should be said. That's that I like my prompts, what's going to be shown and what's going to be said. Now that I have this, I can go ahead and click on generate. So one thing I can do is I can just come here to the first one and I can come ahead to create like an image of it. So I take it away from an agent character. So I can come here, create it, banana 2, and so I can set a reference character. All right, so I have this, so I can save this as the hunter, and if I want, I can set a voice for it. I'm just going to pick anything right now, then add to character, then I can go back, and in OmniPlot Studio, I can set a reference character. I can pick the hunter by the campfire and set that. So that's the hunter. And if I want, I can go ahead and generate the scenes, okay? And once I'm done, I can assemble the final frame. So this is a tool I created for myself, and I already used it. It worked. It worked for a generation I did. I'll go ahead and play that to you now, so I don't generate one here while you wait. I generated this using my tool, so I'm going to click on it and just show it to you.
Look at me! The earth trembles beneath my stride. I am the apex of all creation, for I have the speed of the wind and the grace of a king. With this forbidden nectar, I shall not just walk among the gods, I shall outrun them. You were given legs to walk in harmony with the wild, yet you use them to trespass into the sacred. Your pride has outpaced your wisdom. Stop! I feel them fading! My strength, my status, I am falling to the dirt. Please, do not leave me to the dust. The world is different from down here. I have no choice now but to listen to the heartbeat of the earth I once thought I owned.
Apologies if this is a little offensive to you. I know some people don't like to see animals. Apologies for that. So this was about how the snake lost his leg, just fiction. So, and I got this out of the generation. It's grainy because it's coming from here. Once it's downloaded, it's clearer. So that is it about it. So I'm going to leave a link to my tool in the description of this video, so you can go ahead and remix it. If you want to create yours as well, you can use this to create it. So this prompt, I'll also leave it down in case you want to play with it. Okay, so you can use this to create the tool as well. I haven't seen the things you can do. I haven't seen all the additions. What are my thoughts? So for me, this is amazing. So what Google has done with the Omni model is really amazing. The dialogue between people, it's amazing. There's a video I was trying to generate for a client of mine. I'll show you an example of what we had in view and an example of what I had in just one prompt with OmniFlash. The idea is for the buyer and the seller to actually be communicating and negotiating the price. Okay, so let me play you what it generated.
Mr. Ayo, this price is too high now. Can you reduce it more? My brother, this guy is very clean and direct Belgium. I'll give you the best deal at Icon Links Limited.
Well, this look perfect if you're looking at it. If you actually pay an attention to the dress here, this is meant to be Mr. Hayo. It's meant to be the one that this other guy is talking to. Okay, and I had series of problems with this before we got this. This was like maybe the 10th try, right? With VO, we just had to settle for this because it was okay. But when there's a dialogue between both of them, it's very common for VO to just miss who is meant to talk. It's very common for you to do that. It's actually this guy that's meant to be saying, Mr. Higher, reduce the price for me, please, right? But it's the other way around. And let me show you one that is even worse than that.
Mr. Ayo, this price is too high now. Can you reduce it more? My brother, this guy is very clean and direct Belgium. I'll give you the best deal at Icon Links Limited.
All right, so the same person said all the words, which was not meant to be, and it's not usable. And we had series of examples like this even after editing the prompt so many times. But that's not the case with OmniFlash. This is what we generated from OmniFlash.
Mr. Ayo, this price is high. Reduce it small. My brother, this guy is direct Belgium.
It's short, but it's good. The camera angles, the person speaking, it's exactly what I want. Okay, it's better. So the dialogue, and this happened many times throughout the video generation. Remember, River was meant to speak and where the tortoise was meant to speak. Nobody was speaking when they were not meant to speak. So it is quite good. Let me show you another example right here. This is the one with Vio. You've seen this video before.
Please, madam, just one more sprinkle of yaji.
Now, you'll be asking yourself, is it not the buyer that's meant to be saying, please, Malam, one more sprinkle of Yaji? Because in this particular prompt, the buyer wants to trade his watch for an extra Yaji on his ear, right? So the buyer is meant to be the one saying, please, Malam, just one extra sprinkle of Yaji. But it's the other way around. It's the Malam that is saying that. So I had this dialogue inconsistency with Vio that I don't have with OmniFlash. Let me play you this particular prompt given to OmniFlash.
Please, madam, just one more sprinkle of yaji for my soul.
Two different people are saying something, and you can tell who is saying what. That is something that I noticed that the OmniFlash is getting very well. So the dialogue is really good. Now, the character ability, the ability to put a character or one's avatar into a video, is also very impressive. Came out really well. I didn't say so many words when it's just like maybe 3 or 4 numbers that I just read out loud. And this thing already sounded like me. It really sounded like me. So I was very impressed. So the character ability was very good as well. The agent integration into Flow is also very impressive. I love that I can just type what I want and get the result. I don't really need to overcomplicate myself or go into ChatGPT first before coming back into Flow. The agents inside of Flow can handle it perfectly. Okay. And the tools as well is very impressive. You can build something cool that you would just be using for your own workflow. I believe it has potential for those who know how to use it. So the tools addition is also very impressive. Now to the things that I think Flow should improve on. First is physics is still a problem. The interaction between objects is still an issue. Let's just pay attention to this particular scene that I recently played. I want you to pay attention to the watch, where the buyer is trying to give the watch to the malam or the seller.
Please, malam.
Did you notice the folding on the watch?
Malam, just please, malam.
Did you notice that? The watch is not meant to come out that way, right? And it's still wearing the exact same watch. Well, we can argue that people can have 2 watches, it's fine. But the way the watch moved is not meant to be like that, okay? So let me show you another one. This is another example. I'm trying to generate a trailer for a course that I recently launched. Just without playing the video, look at where the screen is. Well, I don't know the laptops that have the screens at the back. This kind of laptop definitely doesn't have the screen at the back. So something is wrong. And let me just play so you can see.
Master your data.
Even right here, The laptop should be facing him, not the other way around. So I know this is having a MacBook structure. MacBooks don't have screens at the back. I'm very certain of that. The physics or the way objects interact with each other is still an issue, and that can still be improved upon. It was generated with OmniFlash, as you can see with the Gemini icon at the bottom. Also, text in the video, it has been a problem in Vue. It's still a problem right now. And just let me zoom in into this.
Data. Unlock your future.
So if you just take a look at just this particular part, Microsoft's whatever this is, and Power, well, this is meant to be like power models. This is meant to be like data models, but they are not written properly. Text are not written properly. So there's still some improvement that needs to be done regarding text in videos as well. In a few of my generations, I also noticed that it tries as much as possible to be realistic, but some videos still came out not so good despite the realistic nature that I wanted. It really felt a lot like an AI slop, which I'm trying to make sure it is not.
Drink while you can, little shadows. This water belongs to the teeth, not the weak.
Silence is a choice, Leo.
An example is this particular video. The antelopes don't look real. It just looks like AI, right? It's funny I would say that when I'm using an AI to generate the entire thing, but it looks like AI, and I want it to look more real. The leg count is, I'm counting more legs. So 1, 2, 3. Well, they're meant to have a combination of 8 legs. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's just not so good. It was generated with Omni as well.
Drink while you can, little shadows. This water belongs to the teeth, not the...
That didn't look so good. So I still having places where I'm saying that although the video is good, it's better than Vue most of the time, there's still some places that look really AI, and those need to be improved. Also, perhaps is with the animals that I'm trying to make to talk. I noticed that the animals, their lips don't sync well. But whenever it's something that has a face, like a human being, like the monkey, like the river that has a face, it talks, the lip syncs well. But in the case of the tortoise, if you remember, what the tortoise was saying wasn't fully syncing with its lips. That part as well is something that Omni is still struggling with. And finally, there's still some heavy regulations on Vue that I wish Google can downplay on. I understand the regulations and it needs to be there, true. Take, for example, in this particular project, the image of the guy and the rabbit really came out well, but I can't generate it because it's an image of children, and we know how these things can affect children. Whatever we create can start to affect them, and they start to believe in things that are not real. We need to be very careful, basically, in generating things that has to do with children. Anywhere you have violence, just little violence, like saying like there's chaos in the land, we'll flag it for you. You can't have chaos. You can't have violence. Nobody can beat anybody. There's some things that shouldn't really be flagged. There's some things that I try many times and then it works. And you really see that there's really nothing violent in here. There's really nothing affecting children. There's really nothing explicit. But it still flags it. So it does a lot of, I can't generate this, I can't generate this. It was because of it can't do this that I had to rework my tool such that I can edit it when Flow is complaining and make it less violent, make it less harmful for both adults and even children and all of that. But usually the prompts are not harmful. But I do hope that they can downplay on some of these things that aren't exactly breaking the rules. It's just like some word trigger them, if you put any beating, any chaos, any violence, it just triggers it. This is the part I was talking about, in a chaotic land, fire burning at the back, and then the animals running. It didn't want to generate that. It really didn't want to generate that, but later did. So I wish they can downplay on that. All right, so that's my review of Flow. I hope you try it out and create us some things. I'll see you on the next one.